Perfect.
Hello. What's up? So yeah, there's a new format, and everything's been announced pretty much for the summer series of the Rogue Company Championship Series. So you obviously are watching this video because of, either the thumbnail or the tweet or the title of this video that says that Rogue Company EU's comp scene is dead, and it is. But I want to touch on the other event that's going to be happening during the RCCS first, and that's the all-female event. Some people have asked me, what do you think about this? Is it taking money away from the main event? Is it preventing EU players from being able to travel? I'm going to say yes, no, and I don't know. So yes, because, obviously that money could, if this, I shouldn't say could. If they don't do this, right? If they didn't do this, then that money would be allocated to something else, and maybe it would be allocated to bringing more EU players over. Who knows, right? No, because Hi-Rez has a lot of money for their esports. They have a lot of partnerships and sponsors. Do they make money from Rogue Company Esports? Probably not. I'm going to be honest. Probably not. Which is why next year in 2023, there's probably not going to be any Rogue Company Esports unless they make some money starting now, immediately, right? And then I'm going to say, and then my third answer was I don't know, is because I don't know, man. I really don't. So I know Rome has been pushing for this all-female thing. He pushed for it in the Springland, but they couldn't get it approved, or they didn't want to do it too quickly. They didn't want to rush it. I don't know what the actual reason was why they didn't do it, but they told him, let's do it for the summer series. Awesome. That's great, right? So my initial thought is that's awesome. It's awesome that we get to showcase some female gamers. It's awesome that we can showcase the female competitive side of Rogue Company. And it's awesome that Rome pushed for this. But I'm going to be honest. If I was a female, I would feel kind of disrespected, I would say. If I was a female Rogue Company player, that's how I would feel. This is personally my opinion. And the reason why I say that is because it's like, hey, people like Jess, Golden, Talani, there's some others. I'm not going to go through a whole list. But there are some really good female players of Rogue Company. Like Jess, like Talani, like Golden, the ones that I mentioned. They could play at a very top competitive level, I think. I think they could be, a top 10, top 8, maybe even top 6 and make it to LAN in the main event. Can they play in both events? I don't know. So that could change the way I look at this if I were a female Rogue Company player, is can I play in the Wingman 2v2 all-female showcase as well as play in the main event in the 4v4 trying to win $18,000, right? So that's like the difference there is, can they play in both? If they can't, I would feel a little disrespected. Like, hey, you don't think, like, it's awesome you want to showcase females, but it's like you're giving them chump change. It's like, hey, we know you're probably not going to make it into the main event, so we're going to have this little side event for you, and we'll make it a female showcase, right? If I was a female, that's how I would feel. But, again, that's just my opinion. I got nothing to do with it. I wouldn't be able to play in it anyways, so, and right now, I think it's awesome that we get to showcase female gamers. At the end of the day, though, I understand why there's all female stuff. And then, like why there's all pride tournaments and stuff like that. I was raised to look at everyone the same, right? Like in my eyes, it's not male and female. It's just a gamer. Like someone who plays video games is a gamer to me, whether it's in esports or not, man. It's like, just be respectful, right? And who cares what gender, nationality, skin, it doesn't matter. If you play video games, you're part of the same community as me, okay? You sit down, you turn on a console, you turn on a PC, and you want to get lost in a world that was created from someone else's imagination. And in a lot of games, you can create your own world within that world. So to me, we're all just gamers. It doesn't matter, right? So moving on to the EU part of this. EU has just gotten disrespected like the utmost amount of times. And, at first back in like 2020, the end of it, and 2021, very early when we were doing 10Ks, 8Ks, I was like, they're complaining that we let NA teams into the second 8K, which was supposed to be the EU one, but they didn't have enough teams to fill it up. Now, over time, there's been more interest in the European comp scene. Right now, they have their own EU Discord for the RCCS, but it's the European version. It's ran by a couple high-res people. I don't think Rome has anything to do with it. The matches are not broadcasted on the Rogue Company channels on YouTube or Twitch. The Rogue Company Twitter doesn't promote it. There's no casters. There's no nothing. It straight up goes under the radar. But I've gone into that Discord, and there's some very passionate people in there. There's players in there I've never heard of, and they're grinding these tournaments. There's players in there that I've never heard of that know who I am. So I appreciate that. And I really want to see that scene flourish, but it's just not going to happen. And now there's people like Mr. Brady saying there's no point in players like myself and Sackage and Fanatics even posted a free agent tweet. That's probably not going to be a thing anymore. It's because they're like, listen, the last land was won by Emis and Prosper. They're from EU. They are the best in EU, and they're the best in the world right now. They're going to qualify. And only one team being able to make it from EU is a punch in their gut. It's a kick to the groin. It's they're down and you spit on them. That's basically what it is in my eyes. How can you say you're the best in the world? First off, when you have world championships in esports with only like EU and NA, I always think to myself, how is that a world championship? Yeah, you're probably, the team that won is probably better than the best team from Oceanic or APAC or, Southeast Asia or LATAM or Brazil. But still, anything can happen at a LAN. Like, we've proven that time after time, not just in Rogue Company, but in any esport. But I understand the reason behind this. They want to cut costs. They're going to do this in the studio in Atlanta again. They're not doing it at a DreamHack. They're not doing it at PAX. They're not doing it at their own event. They're not, all of that. Just, they're doing it, Summer Series, boom, in the studio, whatever. So it's in the United States. It's very tough for people to get visas, and that's probably the biggest issue, is because, we've only got, 6 or 7 weeks until the event. That's enough time to get a visa in a lot of places, but you got to, start immediately. So I don't know. I don't know why they're only bringing one EU team, but I feel like it's a big blow to the EU scene. I think it's done. I feel like the Rogue Company competitive scene overall, I said this a few times, is like a club, right? And it's starting to become a smaller club. We bye-bye LATAM. We don't need Oceanic or APAC or SEA, and don't even think about Africa. And now we're shrinking it by just deleting EU. Besides Prosper, Emis, Slompadopoulos, I think they're all on a team together now. And they've got Inc. from NA. So those 3 EU players are the only ones that are accepted into the club now. And Rome, he's been doing a great job. He's been trying. I think this is the first time he's been in this position. But this is the first time where I've seen something where, the Discord is Rome's Discord. It was just reskinned, which is fine. And then there's, I don't even know what it is, but there's a whole process or whatever where you have to get RCCS eligible. That's just something that hasn't happened in esports, especially open brackets. It's just people sign up. If they don't have visas, if they don't have passports, if their team qualifies and they don't make it and they can't travel, that's their fault. They're only hurting their own team, But again, we're a small community and we're a small game. So I guess you got to do what you got to do to make sure that you can make it the best events that you can. I just think that killing the EU scene is a big mistake. So there's going to be 4 qualifiers. Top 4 teams out of those first 4 in the standings will be invited, which is like the NBA telling the top 8 teams in each conference that, hey, you have the best record in the standings. So you're invited to the playoffs. You didn't qualify for the playoffs. You're invited, right? It doesn't make sense to me. You get qualified. You're the top 4 teams points-wise in the standings. And then the 5th and the 6th are basically LCQs, last chance qualifiers. The teams that win those events are the only teams that will be coming to land from those weeks. So one team in 5th qualifier and one team in the 6th qualifier. So 6 teams of 4, that's 24, the same amount of people as the last land, 2 less teams, but each team has 4v4 now. Again, EU scene, I'm so sorry. I wish I could do something. I wish I was like Elon Musk and I could just have tournaments for you guys, for everyone, for the whole world of Road Company. I would probably get sued because you're only allowed to give out a certain amount of prize money before High Res like takes a cut or whatever. But, you know, I would pay the fee because I'm Elon Musk, rich, or Jeff Bezos at that time. Anyways, we'll see you on the next one.
Oh, hello there. It's Blue. I'm a terrible dancer, so ignore that version of me on the screen and listen to my voice when I say thank you for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and of course, click on another video of mine. I heard you'll like those over there. They're pretty good.